unchanged, apart from using the outer circuit for one of the 2020 Grand Prix. Track's been a staple on the F1 calendar for both real life and the virtual world. A track length of 5.4 kilometers or 3.36 miles for my European viewers, the Bahrain circuit has 15 corners, the most notorious being down into turn 10. Very heavy left-hander. Going into new season, having a look at the driving lineups, a couple of standouts in the field here tonight, with reigning champion Felix One returning in the Alfa Romeo seat for the next 16 races in the hopes to make it 3 in a row for Division 1 titles. But can his problem child from last year, Face Pantera, do anything about it after coming out so strong at the start of last season? Also, newcomer PFR Luke, who's been promoted into the Division 1 seat after last season's Division 2 title, has been looking strong and consistent, which may just give him the edge here and there. I'm excited for the season, and I'm so glad to be joined by my partner, Labyrinth, for tonight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing great myself, thank you. I'm very excited to be back. It's been a long wait, almost 3 months, I believe, since the last race back in Saudi Arabia, where we saw Felix One take home the title. And that was in qualifying as well from the extra point he got. As I mentioned, there are a couple of standouts this year, or this season I should say, to look out for, being Felix, Pantera, and Luke. There's a couple others that have been looking strong at certain circuits, one being Midas Mellor. He's someone that's raced in Thursday divisions. I'm not too sure if you've seen him on the circuit yet, but he's very quick, and he's actually my teammate in the Thursday division, so I know he's quick. And then another one being Muffin, the Italian, who's not really known in PFR yet, but he's definitely quick, especially in qualifying. He's got that pace about him, so seeing these two with the other three mentioned, maybe we could get a repeat of last season's opener where we had a 5-way battle for the win.
Do you think Muffin will be a bit of a threat to Felix this season? Do you think?
He's definitely got the pace in qualifying. I'm not too sure about the consistency in the race, though, which he definitely needs to work on if he wants to have any chance at the title. If he's going to be looking for it, I'm sure he would be, though. If he does get that full-time seat, he is only a reserve. But he is definitely quick, nonetheless. Anyone or any notes you want to add before we kick off the season in 5 minutes?
Well, I'm just, hoping for as interesting as what last season was. Like, as you said, the start 5-way battle for the championship, and then as time went on, it just went down to Pantera and Felix, just those two constantly battling, almost trading each race off, so one would win one race and the other would win another, and oh man, it kept you on your toes.
Victories here and there from
the rest of the field,
FRL Charlie, who is back, one of the fan favourites. Charlie is definitely one of my favourites. He's so entertaining to watch, and he's always there, but he's never able to quite capitalise. Maybe this season can be his in that McLaren. Partnered with the big boy this season, so the former Mercedes driver being replaced by Face Pantera, who last season was obviously in the Haas. It'll be very interesting to see, and something very good to note, all 20 drivers are in the lobby 5 minutes before starting, which is always nice to see. It means we can get away, hopefully, cleanly. I know this game has been very glitch-filled. Especially the formation map. It is on for our league, and hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. There's definitely been problems for me personally with sound in the recent patch, so hopefully they can all fix the formation map, Cody's, they can fix the formation map for online events, because it is rather annoying if we have to go to broadcast mode
Yeah, yeah. That's why I held off a little bit before I got it, just because yeah, how patchy and everything it need was.
Yeah, I definitely feel this
Yeah.
game was a bit more rushed than others. They're trying to make it by that July deadline, I feel,
Mm,
and this game just really wasn't ready, especially with all the new car builds, you know.
yeah.
There's extra time into that, which would have taken less time out of the other areas, clearly, because, you know, a month and a half in, or a month and a bit in,
Mm,
and there's still a lot that needs to be worked on, really.
yeah. But hey, we're back up and running. That's the main thing.
Yeah, hopefully cleanly though, because
Yeah.
don't want to have to restart the session two, three times just to get a race in, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. On another
That's
note,
no fun for really anyone.
yeah. On another
Yeah.
note as well, brand new cars, brand new everything. This game.
Yeah, obviously. And this is the second handling model of the
Mm,
game already. Patch 1.06 came in a week and a bit ago, I believe, and
yeah.
some drivers saying it's caused more understeer, some drivers saying it feels the exact same. Um, but these new cars, who knows who's going to really prevail, who's going to turn out to be the new star man for the season in league racing.
Mm, yeah.
From what I've seen, Felix is pretty quick on this still. Face Pantera, from what I've seen in the pre-season, he hasn't really been there at all.
Hmm.
So let's hope he can kick in the, no, I'm going to say first gear, because there's not much he was really doing. He wasn't really, I believe he got into a couple of crashes the race that I commentated, so let's hope he's there, because he definitely did provide some good battles to Felix,
Hmm.
and even Charlie when he was there on a good day.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're not too much further away from getting underway.
Shouldn't be. Just looking at the chat, not much is going on. Big Boy is typing, so Phil, our host for this season, uh, he's typing in the notes, so that means we're probably going to be getting underway shortly. For this new era of league racing. And hopefully, soon enough, maybe next season when it's properly developed, we can get crossplay. So that'll invite a whole new driver lineup with Xbox players coming in, if we can
Mm,
get the advertising out for PAFR, which would definitely be exciting to see how that works out.
yeah.
You know, also meaning we could get bigger diversity in leagues. You know, maybe opening a third division. Obviously, there are only two, and you know, having each one definitely more close in ability, because there are that select few that aren't really there most weeks, and it'd be great to see all 20 drivers all within a chance of winning a race. You know.
Mm,
We have gotten the ready up message, so we will be starting. It is now 7:30 local time here in the east coast of Australia. What time is it locally to
uh,
New Zealand?
it's about 9:30 at night here in New
9:30 at
Zealand.
night.
Yeah.
So is everywhere in New Zealand the same time zone, or is there a couple
Yeah.
of places?
Yeah. We're all the
Alright,
same time zone.
it's pretty
Yeah.
thin, I guess. So no need for multiple.
Yeah. We're just a little smidgen in pretty much a pool of water.
So pretty much Tasmania, just long.
Yeah.
Yeah, is most of it habitable though? From what I've seen, a lot of it's mountains and snow.
Uh, Most of it is habitable. Yeah. It's probably about I'd probably say 95% of it's habitable.
A lot more than Australia, I can tell
Yeah.
you that. Need to go to New Zealand one day. Be a great visit.
Oh, that's alright. I'm planning on heading over to Australia sometime next year.
Hopefully. Um, the only problem is with New Zealand for me is the cold. It seems so rainy and cold all the time.
Yes, during winter it is. It's either cold and
I
wet
mean,
or wet and windy.
yeah, there's been not much different here in Australia, especially New South Wales. It's been hit with a lot of rain over the past month or two.
Hmm.
Not been very enjoyable. At least not compared to my homeland of England. Wish I could go back there right now. It's nice and hot over there.
Yeah, it's probably the only time of the year they'll actually see sun.
Only time this decade, you mean?
Yeah.
As we now kick off with the 18-minute clock running down for the first qualifying session of the season, we're going to see who is going to be first on track. My best bet is going to be Charlie. He loves a quick run out. Pantera's going.
Looks like Pantera's getting ready to go.
Yeah, but someone else down the pit lane, is that an Alpha Tauri? I believe it is. No, it's Felix 1.
Oh.
He is going to be our first man out on track. And Aston, his teammate joins in behind him, and Aston Martin. So Whale, he's also one that can be quite quick. If he isn't in any incidents, Whale's also one that's typically there.
Very interesting that Felix is the first one out. He normally likes to just hang back a little bit and just let the tracks just start to rubber in.
So what was that?
Just saying, it was very interesting that Felix is the first one out. He normally likes to let the track rubber in first before he goes out.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's not one to really go out straight away. New season, I guess. New cars. New Felix.
Probably.
Let's see how this plays out. Maybe trying to get those 3 runs in, because he used to only go for 2 and save that extra set of softs, because there was only 3. Now there's 4 sets of softs, so you can do the 3 runs but still having an extra set with the new regulations. So maybe that's what's causing this early run by Felix.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It means we can get a good benchmark of a time straight away, and even if Felix is unable to provide that, I'm sure Whale behind is able to. So, as we prepare with Felix, start a lap, going to take you through one. This is coming down the main straight. Coming into the first turn, you want to take a lot of that curve on the outside, break up the 100-meter board, turn in for turn 1, and turn 2 about half throttle to make sure you don't lose the back end. And after turn 3, now is the run up to turn 4. This is what I mean for turn 1. You want to take a lot of that entry curve, break up the 100-meter board, group it in and get a nice exit. Now through the middle section going into turn 8. Very nice and tidy so far. It's going down into turn 9 and 10. Very easy to lock up the inside left through here. He does it quite pretty much perfectly. A good minimum speed as well carried through. Braking just before the 50-meter board for turn 11. As you get early on the throttle into 5th gear. Now for turn 12, very easy to lose the rear end, especially on that curve. We might see that a lot. For turn 13, the exit now onto the only straight without DRS on this circuit. Braking at like 75 meters to turn 15, 14 and 15. Now it's a run up to the line. And it is a 1:28.2. That is a very nice banker lap time for Felix. I'm sure he's quite happy. His teammate, well, 29.5, so that's over a second, 1.3 seconds behind. So that is a very good time from Felix. I'm now looking at PFR Luke, our newcomer in the Red Bull. He won a race. He won the race that I was commentating pre-season. Not last week, the weekend before. He won that race in Spain. Let's see what he can do here in Bahrain, if he can replicate that pace. He's definitely very consistent, Luke. It's 28.9. Still about 7/10 off the pole time so far. Charlie with 28.7 in P2 there.
So Charlie's
really coming close.
Yeah, it just seems like Charlie, just his time, he seems a little bit off. He's normally very quick around here.
Yeah, and as I say, no one's getting close. 28.2 from newcomer Midas in that Williams. I said he was something to watch out for. And he's less than a tenth away from last season and Season 3's champion.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for someone else on a lap. Is Gio on a lap in the Aston Martin? He is. So Gio, what can he do? I saw him a couple of times in the Alpine last season. Definitely had some pace about him. Is he able to get anywhere comfortably inside that top 5? Wonder.
Just having a look at the race director right now. Freestylers had terminal damage, so he won't be able to set a time.
Ooh. Yeah, and Gio's just gone for a spin at turn 12 there, just losing the back end. Very easy to do, especially in these new cars.
Yeah.
I've definitely done it myself without even getting on the curb now. So you've got to take extra care, even if it needs a little lift through turn 12, because I'd rather take a 10th of my lap time than have no time at all.
Yeah, it's definitely one thing I've noticed, like even in the My Team career modes and that, these cars have more emphasis on ground effect now compared to aerodynamics. So turn 12 you could like pretty much be like full throttle through that corner and still have good control, but now you're having to ease back to like, 60-70% of power just to get through that corner.
Yeah, and that's where these drivers are gonna be really tested to see if they can, if they have got their setup right to get maximum power down the straights while also keeping that stability on the back end through turns like turn 12 and through turn 10, where it's very easy to lose the rear end under braking, not so much on throttle. Bahrain is definitely one of those circuits that you have to get a lot of things right. It's not one of those circuits where it's probably solely focused on raw speed, like something like Monza or Spa, but it's also not one that's solely focused on aerodynamics, such as something like Japan or Hungary, something like that. It's definitely a mix. Same with Spain, as another one of those circuits where you really have to be good at everything, a little bit of everything, to be competitive. As Ashley in the Alpine is coming to the end of his lap, I've been on board with him throughout it all. He's coming up to the line. It's looking like an alright time. Puts him P6 ahead of Big Boy. That is a good, solid time. Not able to break the 28-minute mark, though.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with Muffin at the moment.
Same, I just turned him, so he's on a lap.
He's showing good control over the car. He's been a little bit aggressive on some of those curbs there.
Going into turn 10 now.
Ooh.
Oh, he lost the back end a little bit out of turn 10. That's going to cost him at least a tenth or two down this next straight. Coming into turn 11. Making sure not to hit those braking markers, because if you do, even though it's not purpose, it can obviously hurt a lot of drivers in this lobby, most of which, or at least some of which, won't be using the racing line, so underneath those markers. Here we have Muffin coming to the end of his lap, coming to the far in the corner. Is he going to be anywhere near the top two? Or is he going to be slotted in between Charlie, between Pantera? Who knows? He slots in between Charlie and Midas, but it's 28.6. That's 4 tenths off provisional pole time, so a lot to be gained for most of the pack here.
Yeah. And Pantera, he's got what, a 28.8, so yeah.
Not really what we want to see from a couple of these guys, you know.
Yeah.
4 tenth gap between second and third, that's not really close as we'd like.
No.
Maybe the race can have something different if hopefully the racing standards have improved from the end of last year where there was safety car after safety car. Hopefully we can... I mean, it's always nice to have one midway through because it spices up everything, but not when you're having it on lap 3 and lap 7 after that.
Yeah.
You know?
Not when there's like 5 or 6 in one race.
Yeah, that's when it gets a bit excessive, you know. Because there's obviously going to be incidents in an online race, you know, whether that's due to driver skill or, you know, netcode. There's always going to be an incident or two. But preferably, we can get through the start, we can get at least through 10 laps before the safety car. Maybe one with 10 laps to go, which could shake up everything. Everyone got on softs or something. Everyone, so who's got the best strategy, you know.
And Felix with a 28.1.
So not exactly a 10th improvement, but it's an improvement nonetheless. Midas is coming behind now. And he goes at 28.09 to take provisional pole by a 10th over the German driver of Felix. So the Australian Midas is really showing it up to these Div 1 boys so far in his debut.
Yeah.
That's definitely a statement for everyone, but PAFR Luke, who's definitely someone who can challenge Midas, and if Midas is at the front, so can Luke. He's gone through the first sector and he's up by quite a bit. He's coming through turn 8 now. He's not really got the ERS. I wonder if this is his second lap, if he's coming in. He has gone P3, so he wasn't here before. He's set at 28.5. So I wonder if he's coming in or if he's pushing again. He's got the ERS open, so I assume he's pushing again. Maybe he's considerably up on his delta. Maybe messing up turn 1, a little bit of slide out turn 11, now through turns. Well, we're going to see the delta split into sector 2. Oh, he's down by 2 seconds. I've been deceived by the fact he's had zero open. Just trying to get back to it as quick as possible, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look with just under 6 minutes to go. Charlie, is he on a lap? We'll see. It looks like he's pushing. There's a slight little lift through turn 12. He's down by 10. Maybe he's messed up somewhere in this final sector though, where he can gain a couple tenths. Maybe jump Pantera, who's gone into P4 with the 28.5. Muffin on his out lap. He's about to start, I believe. Is he the one ahead of Charlie? We're going to find out as Charlie pills into the bit of snow. Muffins around. We've got Ashley, P8 currently. He's the one that's going to be starting his lap time. Is that prime time Raz round at the final corner?
yeah. Had a little bit of spin. I think you also had one come out of turn 12 as well.
Yeah, not great for prime time Raz. Fergus or the person I'm on board with, that he's yet to set a lap time and still be in the session. It's 107.1 through sector 2. Not the greatest we've seen, but let's hope Vic can set something good. He's not exactly had the best run last season. See if he's changed that around this season, coming up to the line. What's it going to be? Be a 29.072. It's very close from 7th to 9th there, separated by only 200ths of a second. And he takes P7 bits, so he's now the quickest person to not break into the 28s. actually just invalidating on the exit of turn 13 there. And Muffin, he's on his lap, he's coming into turn 4 now. How much is he going to be up by into the first sector? He's up by 4.5 tenths. That is already enough to put him ahead of Felix 1.
Yeah.
He's definitely enough to match him, and there's still 2/3 of the lap to go coming into turn 10. He hasn't got a back end loss like he did on his first lap, so this is already looking significantly better. What can Muffin do? The Italian in the Alpine. Coming up to turn 12 now, so we're going to see his Sector 2 split. And he's up by 7 tenths, that's enough to put him into the 27s. Could we see a 27? If he doesn't mess up turn 14 and 15, the exit will be crucial for him. We're going to see a new provisional pole sitter with 3 minutes to go in the session. Felix one out on his outlap.
I think so.
And he goes to 27.942. That is something we haven't seen yet in this session at 27. But with Midas so close and Felix now starting his final lap, I believe, we could see another one, maybe.
On board with Felix now.
The rest one turn 4. Breaks significantly earlier, but it means he's getting a better exit than Muffin. See his split. He's got a purple sector. He's up by 2 tenths. That is, I don't know if that's just enough. 2 tenths. It's pretty much 2 tenths to Muffin. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, there's still a couple corners left and considerable amount of straight. Maybe he's better through on the straights. Maybe he's focused on straight line speed as Felix. And that's why he's not gained as much through the first sector. But now, into sector 2, split the end, it's up by 2 tenths.
Nearly 3 tenths.
So that is enough.
At the moment, but it can still all go wrong.
Big Boy has retired from the session, that is in the pits, so he doesn't believe he can go quicker. Felix one to the end of his lap. What's he going to be able to do? And he goes! Provisional pole with a 27.902. Muffin's in the pits, so he's not going to be able to challenge. Luke is on his outlap, Midas is on his outlap, Pantera is on his lap, as well as Charlie. We'll have a look at Pantera, he's further up the road. There's a lot of people still to come, still to fight for this pole position. I don't believe Charlie will be, he's almost a second away from it. Maybe Pantera if he can really string this lap together. He's lifted up significantly through turn 12 though. He's 2 seconds down his delta, so I think he's backing off, going to recharge the battery maybe for one final run if he has the time.
Yeah, I was just about to say, does he have the time? He's got 20 seconds to get to the line.
20 seconds is enough, I believe, and if not, then he's really messed up there. But Charlie's a 10th down on his lap. I know Pantera's going to... Was that Pantera going to this? No. He's ready to start another lap. Charlie, though, coming up to the line, what's he going to be able to set? As the checker flag now waves, Charlie can't improve. We've got Midas on the lap next. He's the next in line to challenge Felix for this pole position. What is the Australian able to do? He only needs 2 tenths to take it away from the Alfa Romeo. He's 1.5 tenths up now, so he needs another 0.5 tenth in this final sector. Felix one's going to be really on the edge of the seat, trying to see if he retains his P1, his front row on the grid even. And there's a back end loss out the final corner by Midas, and that is a costly mistake. That is going to cost him pole position. I'm very interested to hear from him if he was up enough before that exit. But we have got PFR Luke up next. I think he's going slowly, so I don't know if he's really able to challenge. He's out of fuel.
I think Pantera actually might take pole.
Pantera, did you see his sector split?
He got purple in sector 2.
Who knows? Up
Is
to
he
the line, he's not got one.
gonna...
Yeah, he doesn't. He snatches P4 away from PFR Luke, though, so he's on the second row of the grid.
Yeah.
Minus only SSL for P3 when I'm pretty certain if he didn't have that back end loss out of the final corner, he would have taken pole position. Muffin P2, unless High Cut can do something about it. No, he's been using hits. Is anyone else able to do anything? No.
Vitz in the
Everyone
pits.
else.
Ash is
Yeah,
still
Vitz
out.
and,
But
yeah,
now he's on the
elevated.
pits. Yeah. Oh
So,
man.
the end of the first qualifying session in Division 1, and that is already something so exciting. 3 drivers challenging for the pole there, all having the provisional time at one point. If this continues through the season, we're in for a heck of a ride, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, if it does continue, Felix will definitely be sweating buckets.
Yeah, because not only does he have to worry about Pantera, who was 3/10 off, so he's still there. He's got 2 other quicker ones, as long as Muffin is on the grid, obviously being reserved, so it is something to watch out for. But Felix definitely showing his experience and takes the first pole position of this season.
Yeah. It was a great qualifying though.
Very interesting, very exciting to watch. Was that, we had Midas in the first run, he was the man to beat, and then Muffin, he took it away pretty surprisingly, I'd say. He improved by almost 8/10 to take that provisional pole, and then there was Felix 1, who he's just unbelievable, I'd say, in this PFR world. He's really something that I don't think many drivers could beat, no matter how much practice they put in.
Yeah.
And it shows, taking another pole position, and I'm not too sure, I believe a pole position is a point. So is that him already leading the championships as well? But look,
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's not this season. It was last
It was last
season,
yeah.
Yeah, but because that's where he won it in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Through his pole position point, but it's not same as real life. There's no points for a Saturday. There is point for a faster start. I'll run through the point system for anyone that hasn't known, because it is different to real life. So obviously fast lap within the top 10, I believe, is 1 point. It's not really specified here, but I assume it is. First is 15 points, second is 12 points, third is 10 points, fourth is 8 points, fifth is 6 points, sixth is 5 points, seventh is 4 points, eighth is 3 points, ninth is 2 points, and 10th is 1 point.
Yeah.
So a lot less, which is definitely going to cause a lot closer. It's going to be a lot closer throughout the season. And I believe that's better to have lower points, as you don't have to have one good race to really be there the entire time.
Yeah.
As we get the ready up message, so 30 seconds to go, and then we'll run through the grid order for the race and see who's on what kind of tyre.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be the dark horse for this race, or who do you think might take it today?
Hard to say. We've got 3 very quick drivers. we've got a lot of veterans in this division as well. Um, so it's going to be a very interesting race. Yeah, I don't know. I think Felix probably will take this one to start us off. But I wouldn't discount the Muffin, Midas, or Pantera. I wouldn't discount them. Nor would I discount Charlie as well. You know, when Charlie finds his groove, he gets a really good result. And yeah, but as long as these drivers are consistent throughout the whole season, who knows? We might have someone say like, I don't know, Atom Kev might take out the championship.
Down in P19, I'm not too sure about that one. No, couldn't get a lap time together. But
well, if he's consistent and he gets consistent points, yeah.
Felix one though is going to be person on pole. Interesting to note, he's on the hard compound tyres, so he's going to be struggling for grip off this start. That's going to allow him to open up faster. And Muffin P2 on medium, same with Midas P3 and Pantera P4 all on mediums. Luke and Charlie P5 and 6 both on the hards. Hiker and Jack Jackson P7 and 8. P9 for Simo, Vic and Ashley 10 and 11, and 6th were the grid round off by Ware Myers and Luke have come together, so they're both disqualified, picking out cold tyres. Figa Smalls on the medium compound tyre P13, Kyron of Big Boy hard tyres P14, P15 is Tabino using mediums, Vertex is on hard. Rad's P17 on mediums, Gio the only man on soft, so he's definitely doing a 2-stop. In the Aston Martin, Atom Kev and Prix back row of the grid, both on mediums themselves, as we now have the new formation lap ending where you can start, choose where you want to face into turn 1.
I was just about to say, is manual starts on the and manual positioning on the formation lap.
So that could come into play as a lot of drivers getting disqualified. I don't know if that's still.
I think it might,
I'm not too sure, but we're going to see who is going to get the best start. 5 red lights. We're underway, and it looks like a great start from Midas, not so much from our pole position man of Felix. Midas is going to be back down to P4 though, so he obviously got a bit of wheel spin. I didn't see the camera cutaway. He's lagging quite a bit, is Midas.
Yeah, looks like his car's ghosted a bit.
Yeah, he's dropping down the order, and that's well around at
we got a
the
collision.
10-3, and there's front wings everywhere.
We got drivers everywhere.
Big Boy doesn't have a front wing, and there's a bunch of people out at the back. Geo and Vertex Spectre Whale is also out, and there's a virtual safety car already in the first couple of corners, that is. So Whale, he got spun round, and that just caused calamity from what I saw. The Haas in front of Freestyler has some damage. I'm trying to see who does and doesn't have some damage. Big Boy doesn't have a front wing at all. Midas has joined back, so he's down to P13, but he's back, so I don't know if that was internet. Pantera's got caught up. P14. He's got half a front wing. Midas, I believe,
is okay.
He goes the whole time, but he's just down the order, so not too bad. Kev has...
he's fine.
Ash, has he got anything? Not too sure. We'll see who's coming into the pits. I believe it was only that couple at the back.
Yeah.
But that had damage. But Felix one leads us away, as I believe the green flags are going underway soon.
Yep.
There we are. The entry into turn lap 2. Felix followed by Muffin. Then Hiker is P3, just warming up those tyres a little bit. Luke is P4 and Charlie P5. Primetime Raz all the way up into P6, while for Luke, who has gained a lot off that start, because definitely a couple have gained a lot. I believe a position change. Yeah, so Highcut is up 4 positions. Primetime Raz up 11 into P6, so he's up P17. Asim Kev up 8. And the big losers, Midas, Pantera down 12, Midas down 9. Big Boy down now 3. Jack Jackson down 5. So a lot of changes at the start there, and gonna see who's made a stop. So Vit, Pantera, Big Boy, and Freestyle all made a pit stop, I believe, with front wings.
Yeah, I think it was just those 4 that got damaged. So
I can have a quick look at the race track because I believe it shows stop times. No, it used to. Pit stops, yeah. So they're all for front wings. So very unfortunate for those drivers. Midas making a move on Ashley. Ashley, is he around somewhere? Yes. The turn 11, Ashley in the Alpine has spun around, and he's down to P14 now. Pretty much back over good. Muffin are 132.4, so he's the quickest man on the track right now. Is he going to be sizing up a move, not into turn 1 that is, maybe up the hill into turn 4 if he can get a good exit out of turn 2 and 3. Gets a bit on the curb on the inside of turn 3. And he's not really close enough to make a move into turn 4. It's a bit of a train behind them. From high cut down to Primetime Raz a bit, but not really. High cut, Luke and Charlie all within half a turn of each other. And there's a bit more of a train behind them from Simo down to about Atten 10. So as drivers just settle in, that's Freestyle retiring in the pit, so already up 30 on lap 3. That one not due to, I believe, any incident. That's him retiring in the pits. As Big, Smalls and Ashley swap positions down at the back there for P13 and 14. Charlie just on the back of Luke here, and Luke looking to make a move on high cut. Remains in the DRS for the main straight. Going to be able to make a move, or is he going to want to make a move down into turn 1? He's got the ERS on, and he's round the inside of the Alpha Tower, and that's fairly easy move. Minus now up from 132.3, so he's making his way back through the field. He's about to pass Sabina, I believe. Not into turn 1, that is, but maybe up the hill in turn 4. Have a look here from the Williams. Obviously, Havina ahead also has the DRS open, so I don't think there's going to be much Nessa's mistake on Havina's end. That can help boost Midas, and that's this middle sector can prove anything. Oh, getting very close to the back of the Mercedes into turn 8, almost slamming into the back to move out wide just to make sure he didn't make contact and move to his front wing. Down into turn 10, somewhere he runs a bit wide ahead. This is going to allow Midas to make a move. He's closing in on Havina. He doesn't make a move though. That's very good racecraft. He's just going to sit behind the Mercedes and Ferrari, hopefully. Not hopefully, he's following into mine, hopefully he's going to let them battle and take 2 moves at once. Yellow flag, and that's Aston Kev's spun around at turn 12. So now Midas making a move from the inside of Havina down into turn 14, but late braking from the Swede.
Muffin has just overtook Felix. We've got a big battle for P1 up here between Muffin and Felix at the moment. Muffin gets P1 off Felix, only just.
And he gets CRS, so that is very good for Muffin to take P1 and retain it up the hill. As Havina gets past Simo, this battle behind P7. Simo's going to try and make a dive back down the inside of Havina. Takes a bit of the curb into turn 4. And Havina's going to stay ahead. Midas though going to be invited to the party. He's going to be sizing up a move on Simo. It doesn't look like he is in turn 8. Not a great exit from Simo. He gets a bit of back end loss and might just find a way around him. And he almost stands into the back again of another car. Luckily he doesn't. Keeps his front move. And has DRS now. Not going to use a bit of the DRS, he has used a lot of that. Simo is though, so he's going to stay ahead down into turn 11. And have been a bit, he's a bit getting away from Simo, so Midas wants to hurry up this move because he's definitely quicker than Havina. But he's going to be held up behind his Ferrari. He's using a bit of DRS to make sure
there you go.
He gets and he is now into P8. And with DRS now on Havina, he's going to be able to make the move. Looking up the front of the order, his Felix is going to be close enough up the hill. He's got more ERS than Muffin, so maybe he uses some, or maybe he does a bit of the cat and mouse Pantera played on him last season, especially in France, where he just sits behind the DRS, lets Muffin use a bit of his ERS, not charge it back up, because it is harder to charge ERS in these new cars.
Yeah.
Hopefully keeping some of his, while Muffin has to deploy a bit, not being able to charge that up, and then plays a bit of cat and mouse and overtakes later on in the Grand Prix. So that's Midas, I believe. No, Primetime Raz. I thought that was Midas for a second because I saw Williams around.
Yeah.
But it's Primetime Raz needs to stay in the top 10. He's now a bit under threat from Whale though. His tyres can be a bit hot after that spin. But Whale isn't really... I was going to say Whale isn't really going to look to make a move, but Primetime Raz back end again. And Whale is now into the points. He's now flipped back to the front. Muffin 8 tenths ahead, 7 tenths ahead of Felix. They both use a lot of DRS. Felix happy to use it to stay within that second of Muffin. They're both under 10% now. So I don't believe Felix is going to be able to get a move up the hill into turn 4. You'll have to wait a bit longer to make a move on the Alpine driver. Luke is 4.3 behind, he's gotten past Hiker. And Charlie's still at the back of this, so he's not really able to make a move yet. Figa, Smalls and Ashley are battling, and the Ferraris have swapped. Midas gets past Havina up into turn 4, so very good move there, and he's now on his chase back up the field. He's got the train ahead of him of Charlie, Hiker and Luke 7 seconds up the road, so going to be a couple boring laps from Midas, just trying to keep the pace up, and Primetime Raz goes for another spin in the same area. The X 7. Wonder if he's getting too much on the curb. And he's down to P14 now. Last people that haven't made a stop yet. Pantera has been on the back of it for a bit now. And if he's going to make a move soon, but I'm watching Felix 1. In his chase down, in his chasing down of Muffin. Not using the ERS, neither is Muffin. And he's closing in a little bit because of the DRS, but he's not closing in enough. He sees the flashing of Muffin, and he knows that means he doesn't really need to expend so much of his DRS to stay within that 1 second. Our first penalty of the race then, that's Primetime Raz, who's just been spinning all over the place. Hasn't really been able to get that car round the right way since he's spinning up turn 7.
I sort of wonder if Raz is actually not quite used to the car. Maybe
he's got it set up right, or maybe he just sort of curved a couple of times. He spun around at turn 7. I assume the other spins were because of the hot tyres. Obviously now he's not retiring, so, oh no, he is retiring.
Okay.
So that is our 4th retirement for 4 lap 10.
Yeah.
for the Williams of time as his teammate still 7.5 seconds behind Pan and Charlie. So the DRS really helping those guys out in front not let the Williams catch up. He's closing in on the corners, as soon as they get on the straights, the other two pull away. So Midas, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. He wants to. He's definitely going to have to use a bit of strategy game, maybe catch up to these guys. Felix one's gotten a lot closer to Muffin though. Muffin unable to really get above that 10% ERS, and this is allowed Felix one to catch up within 3/10, so maybe a move within the next couple laps. I think Kevin's a 3-second notice really for multiple wins. I don't know if you saw that, but see he's got the penalty marker. Oh, almost back in multiple Felix, and that was, he was definitely scared. I was a bit scared for him there. Out of turn 7, almost uses the back end, and that's just pretty much destroyed his progress that he's been making over the past couple laps on Muffin.
Yeah.
Almost dropping without out of the 1 second mark. Might need to use a bit of that ERS to stay within down the one of the back straights at least, between turn 13 and 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's used a bit. He's used about 10% to stay within that 1 second region. Muffin though, he's still below that 10% point, and with 6/10 the gap. Doesn't really any chance. I don't believe into turn 1, maybe into turn 4 if we can get a good exit. He's a lot closer now than he was the previous lap. Just needs this exit. It seems like Muffin just is that much stronger out of turn 2 and 3. He's able to keep ahead, obviously, Felix. I don't think he's content with just staying behind for now.
Yeah.
He's keeping his ERS and he's staying on the back of the afternoon, so he's quite happy right now in his low zone of P2.
Well, Felix is on the hard tyre, and Muffin is on the medium tyre, so maybe Felix is counting on that pit stop that Muffin has to make.
Yeah, of course, Felix can stay within that second throughout the entire stint for Muffin probably stopping within the next couple of laps, I assume, all those medium runners for a fact. That's going to allow about, I'd say 8 laps between the medium and hard stops. So there'll be 8-9 laps on fresh tyres for Muffin, and then there'll be that stint to the end for Felix if he can use mediums to track Muffin down. I assume around lap 12, 13, maybe even 14, some of these medium runners to come into the pits.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably push the medium tyres out to maybe lap 17 if you've got really good time management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a with threat safety car. That may keep them on just in case they need to maybe switch to softs. I know softs to medium is definitely possible.
It is.
But there has to be a lot of luck your way with safety cars. There has to also be that element of time management. Felix, he might be actually going hard to softs.
True.
Just thought of that. Without the safety car, because he can easily go to lap 20, 21, 22, because he's so good on warm tyres even. He showed it so many times last season. I think Imla was one.
Yeah.
He was so quick on even just warm tyres, so maybe he's going to go long and go on the softs. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. We're only a third into this race. And he's within 5/10 now going onto the main straight, so is now the time he's got a bit of ERS save, 35% compared to the still just 10% of Muffin. He's not using any, but he's definitely getting closer. So he might be using that, saving that ERS for in case he makes a mistake again, or in case he gets past and wants to use it for defense. He gets a bit wiggly. Jack Jackson coming into the pits. I believe that is going to be for a scheduled stop. He's on the mediums, yeah, so he's going to the hards now, and that's a clean stop for the Ferrari. He's going to safely rejoin behind Atton Kev for P13. So looking at that, also looking at this, the train that once was Luke to Hiker. Hiker and Charlie have obviously been battling. Charlie's gotten ahead, and there's now 2.5 seconds between Luke and Charlie there. Midas has also closed in 2 seconds since our last check, so maybe towards the end. Obviously mine was on the medium, so he's going to be making his pit stop soon. Charlie is on the hards. I know he's probably going to be in the party with Felix. They definitely were last year, and maybe that's why they're both on the hards. They're just doing a bit of strategy according to each other.
Yeah.
With Felix in the Alfa Romeo, he's hunting down Muffin. Is this going to be lap? He's up to 40% now, so each lap gaining 5 to 10%. There's a yellow flag that's going to be whaled in the exit of turn 13. He's going to now drop behind Ashley outside the points. It's very disappointing. He's done a lot of hard work to get back up into the points. And it's now pretty much all gone down the drain. He's now 3 seconds behind Ashley for that P10 spot. So, looking down the grid, there's not really anyone too close together. Pantera is right in the back of Jack Jackson. Both made their stop. Both on hard tyres, just Pantera's been on them since the start of the Grand Prix, so assuming he's going to have to make another stop. He's kind of hoping for a safety car.
Yeah.
Jack Jackson ahead, he's probably going to the end on those hard tyres.
Probably. Unless a safety car does happen and he decides to switch out for...
Pantera, watch that, I was on board with him. He went a bit wide at the exit of turn 7, and that's going to be his 3rd warning. 3 seconds for Pantera, and here's Muffin coming in, so I called it around that 13, 14. Muffin is in on those mediums, and Highcoat's going to follow him. Is Midas as well? No, Midas is going to go the extra lap. So Felix One takes the lead now. He's got to put in a solid couple laps. Maybe this is what the ERS has been used for, saved for. He's got probably about, I'd say, 7 laps until his stop, if he's going to go softs. If not, if he's for some reason going to the mediums, he's going to be within the next
2-3 laps.
Couple laps.
Yeah,
2-3 laps. He wants to maximise that medium speed probably. Muffin, he hasn't really come out in traffic. He's got the Ferrari ahead. That's about it for traffic wise, unless he can somehow catch up on Havina before their stops. Because Simo's on the hards, so Havina's on the medium, so Havina's probably going to come in this lap.
Yeah.
Simo. Muffin has got to get past Simo. That's once his tyres get up to temperature, because obviously with the new regulations, they have to come out around 65 degrees it is, so very cold on the outlap, and that causes you to be very slow, costs you about a second or 2 on that outlap.
Plus the rims are also bigger as well. They're not the old sort of 13-inch rims, they're now 18-inch.
Yeah, So it
So
takes
it
a
takes
lot longer
longer, yeah.
to warm up, and this is shown because Muffin, after being a second behind from those, dropped to 4.1 seconds. He's got Figa Smalls battling behind, but Figa, he evaded. I thought he was going to come into the pits, he doesn't, and he's now on the back of Muffin. Not using his ERS yet, he's probably going to wait for the next straight. So I think that was his only real chance at getting Muffin there and causing a bit of hassle for the Alpine driver.
Yeah.
Muffin survives. Final's now going to be on his chase up the field, trying to keep that gap to Felix as low as possible to retain that lead. About half of the race now gone. Still quite a few yet to make their stops, all pretty much on that hard compound tyre.
Yeah, we've got 9 drivers that still need to make their first stops.
And 3 of which, Midas, Sabina and Figa Smalls, on mediums to rest on hards. As we wait to see who's going to be hitting next. Midas still doesn't, I believe. Someone's got to really soon. Sabina doesn't. Or Figa, or is he gone really long? They're all gone pretty long, so maybe these guys are all trying the soft strategy. Medium to softs. It's quite interesting to see 3 drivers do that.
That's really pushing it medium to soft.
Yeah, I mean, if it can work and it's quick, why not do it? Because Mike's obviously not having a great start. He disconnected from the lobby, he's up to P4. The closest behind him that has a pit is Muffin. He's probably going to take over. And then there's Highcut behind who was in front of him, so he's probably, if he pits now, he's probably going to join around P11, P12.
Yeah.
Probably behind Ash, because Ash is yet to make a stop as well, but he's on hard, so he's going wrong. Looking at battles on the track, we've got Demo right in the back of Havina, and also Pantera getting onto the back of Jack Jackson, so the Ferraris and Mercedes both battling. One going down the main straight now, Simona is going to be close enough, not into turn 1. He actually lifts off, so he wants a DRS. Maybe setting up a move into turn 4. He doesn't quite get the exit on those hard compound tyres. Still, medium's probably working a bit better for grip out of the corners. Who knows, as Vic comes into the pits on his old medium compound tyres. He's been on those since lap 1 because he was caught up in incidents on that opening lap. Here's Simo. He's been very close to Havina. A little wiggle from Havina out of the left-hander turn 10.
Yeah.
Now it's a turn 11. He's not quite close yet. Maybe down the main straight, is he going to be able to make a move? Felix one is into the pits, so on to lap 18. Felix pits. Luke doesn't. Charlie doesn't either, and that's Pantera's gone around.
And Simo gets past Havina.
So Felix goes onto the mediums. He's not trying the soft, hard to soft strategy. Let's see where he comes out. He comes out convincingly ahead of Muffin. So that overcut has worked a treat and he's on the medium compound tyres, so he's going to be bloody fast compared to that Alpine. So obviously Muffin just not really comfortable on those hard compound tyres in the opening stages.
Yeah,
that is a bigger gap than I was expecting, you know, that's 5.5 seconds. Oh no, that's not, I was looking at the wrong person, that's still though about 4 seconds, the gap between Felix and Muffin. That's a lot more than what I was thinking. It's closing a bit now with the cold tyres from Felix, but
yeah.
I don't believe it'll be that much that Muffin will re-overtake because he's got the Mercedes in his way of Herbina. Now he doesn't, he makes a move comfortably on the inside before turn 11. He's now got 2 seconds to chase after for the provisional lead of the race. Luke, is he going to be coming in this lap? He is. Charlie, I believe, will... Oh no, he's not. So Charlie, going longer, this might be the one to go for the softs. Luke goes for mediums. Midas is still out on those old medium compound tyres. Same with Havina and Vega Small, so they're all going, I assume, onto the softs, because if they were stopping onto the hards, they would have definitely done it about
a few laps ago, yeah.
6 laps ago or something like that. So they're going for a very aggressive one-stop strategy.
Yeah.
But Midas was just on board and he's got a bit of back-end loss, so maybe those rear tyres worse for wear. Yeah. It looks like they're around the triple digits on temperature, so they're struggling on the rear end, and you can definitely see the graining on that right-hand tyre.
Yeah.
On board, so if he's not careful and he goes into punch territory, it could be a struggle for these guys on the old mediums. But someone on the new mediums, Felix won 2.8 seconds, so he's definitely clear of Muffin. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, it's looking good for him because Luke has rejoined behind. And he's actually only about 3 seconds behind Muffin. So if Muffin's not careful, a Red Bull could be on his tail.
Charlie's really coming into the pits now.
Is it going to be for softs? Midas is following. Are these going to be for soft compact?
It looks to me like medium. But what's Midas going to do? Midas is going on soft.
Sorry, my controller disconnected. Yeah, so Charlie's on mediums.
Midas is on soft.
I needed the Midas one. That was probably going to be for softs because one, hards would have been earlier, and two, if you go on mediums, you'd have to make another stop anyway. So it was whether Charlie did. So these guys go on the aggressive one stop because Figa and Havina are both joined. Are these tyres going to make it the 9 laps to the end? And if so, how much can he gain? Because he's provisional P5, I believe Whale will make a pit stop.
Pantera's on softs as well.
Yeah, that's his second top of the race, and he's outside of the top 10, so...
Big Boy's also on softs. Oh, and Adam Kev spun on the exit of turn 2. Fracture 3.
Oh, Midas, a bit of a spin, and he's dropped behind high cut now. He got on the curve into turn 10 on the outside. Very easy to do with the new cars being soloed to the ground. It beached him, and he slid down. And that is going to be very disappointing for the Williams driver because he was looking very promising. He's still on the back of high cut, but that's only for... He's now down to provisional P6. That's 134 new fast lap of Grand Prix for Felix, so he's now taking home currently 16 points compared to Muffin's 12, and Muffin being a reserve driver. We definitely want Muffin there than Luke, because Luke will be here week in, week out.
Yeah.
Midas on the back of high cut. we see move up into turn 4.
You got a good
Not
exit.
using arrows. Also, it's just not
Too far away.
Straight line speed he wants. Maybe the exit speed, not the straight line speed.
Mm.
Is he going to be able to find a move on the exit of turn 7? He's not close enough, no, so I don't believe he will. Maybe just wait that extra lap down for the main straight move.
Yeah.
I believe if he makes that move early on as Kev leaves the session, but
He could make a move here. I think he
could
is.
make the move here. Stop the tyres, definitely carry speed out and keep that gap to Hiker. He backs off because he wants, I believe, the DRS. That's it. A very inside line for Myers. Haven't seen that one really. Down to turn 13. He'd be pretty done to make a move down here. He's not even shifting up because he wants to.
He wants the
have that
DRS.
Seen that one before.
Yeah.
Now, down the main straight, using the DRS. He wants to move down now. Yeah, pretty simple for the man on softs. On his mission, back up the grid. He's got now 7 seconds to Charlie, who's just going into turn 4 now. I don't believe Hiker on those hards is going to be able to really do much in reply to Midas. Yeah, he is. Luke is on the back of Muffin. He's within DRS range. Don't know if he's really gotten his DRS there. Yeah, he hasn't. So he's got to wait a bit more. He's used a bit of DRS to. He's pretty much just wasted it. As Vic has retired, and that is due to a spin. Could we see a late safety car? We do! We see a late safety car, so we're now about 7 laps remaining, 8 laps remaining.
Ooh.
Are we going to see people come into softs? This has worked into Wales' hands perfectly. He's gone very long. He's the only person not to make a stop now, so he's going on to the softs.
Felix going to come in, perhaps? No, Felix decides to stay up. He's on medium, so...
Muffin is coming in, and so is Luke. They're all going to be coming in for softs, so Felix, he's going to be held up by the safety car. Yeah. These guys are all going to come in. Charlie's
out.
Whale does. Midas doesn't need to.
Oh, but
Midas, going onto those softs, has really played into his hands. He's also going to have a couple laps on the safety car to keep those tyres.
Jack comes in.
Fairly new.
Simo stays out. He's on mediums. High cuts in. Huvina stays out.
So this has really played into Felix's hands because he's also got a Red Bull of Aston Kev in the way of him and Charlie.
Ash comes in. Pantera's coming in. Pantera's on softs though already. Big Boy's in. The whole field just pretty much came in.
Yeah, so everyone, either on the softs or the mediums, apart from Ash and Kev, who stay out on the hards.
Yeah.
So Felix, he's got that person gap. Oh yeah, Kev didn't end up. He didn't end up retiring. He just left the session, so he's ghosted.
Yeah.
That's not going to cause too much trouble for Charlie. But it is that extra car length gap in between him and first. He is on the mediums though, so he won't really pose a threat to Felix.
Just been looking at the chat. Apparently Vert had a damaged front rear wing. So that'll explain why he spun, yeah. Unfortunately, it's the wing that you can't replace during a race.
Yeah, unless you're AlphaTauri and want to take a bit shut because you have the DRS problems.
Yeah. We're on now lap 24 out of 29, so we've still got about 6 laps to go. Probably be at least another 2, maybe 3 under safety car, I think.
I reckon there'll only be one more after this.
After this lap,
if we don't get underway this lap, because safety car obviously has a timer and it can't stay out too long.
It'd be nice if the if it stays out that little bit longer and gets all the field together.
Yeah,
yeah.
Obviously you don't want to have it out too long and not enough action on track. And I believe even if there is only one more lap after this, that would be enough to get everyone bunched up. The most spun needs drops. Maybe Ericsson's appeared and hit him. But he has dropped P10 there on the older medium components. Safety car not in this lap, so we will be getting underway probably for lap 26, so 4 laps of racing. Going to be left by the time green flags are out.
Yeah, which isn't much, so if it is only 4 laps of racing, then everyone will be like pretty much, you know, either you don't want any points or you just full send it.
Pretty much. Because a lot of these soft runners, Midas is going to be one to look out for, even though those tyres, they aren't the freshest. They're definitely still quick. A couple laps on the safety car. Muffin behind, being a bit saved. He was on the hard compound, being chased down by Luke, so he's got the pace to stay ahead. Maybe a podium for him. Also, obviously, Felix won. He's in the hot seat right now to take the victory.
Yeah.
With about 4 laps remaining, 4 car, including the remaining lap in safety car conditions. With Aston Kevin away, he's definitely going to be quick on those mediums still there. They're still quite competitive. So obviously it lasts a long time. Might have showed that by going 20 laps on them. And they're definitely quick as well. So unless these softs can be astronomically quicker, I believe Felix won with no mistakes will take this victory right now. Obviously his friend Charlie, if he can't have pace to keep up, he's definitely going to be trying to hold the other guys behind up to allow his friend to win.
Safety car is coming in.
So the field properly bunched up now as everyone's trying to warm these tyres. The soft compound is going to be very warm compared to those mediums if they haven't done it right. As now Felix goes, and he's got quite a gap with Charlie behind almost a second as he has to go through Aston Kev there. Muffin, he's putting on the pressure to Midas, he's very close to make a lunge into turn one, he doesn't. Everyone's kind of filtering past the Red Bull of Aston Kev. Going to turn 4 now. 5 tenths is the gap between Charlie and Felix, and then 6 tenths back to Midas. As Midas is the back end on those softs that invites Muffin through, and now into the podium positions for the Italian. Midas a couple mistakes here and there for him. That's really costing him this race so far. Luke behind, he's putting on the pressure now to Midas into turn 10. No one spun, thankfully, at the restart, and everyone's pretty much together. As Muffin is now putting on the pressure to Charlie. Is he going to have enough time to catch down Felix once he clears this McLaren? He's used half his battery pack already on this lap. Now into the final corner, the final braking zone. To get the exit on those softs. Doesn't seem like it. A lot of straight line speed from Charlie, both using ERX. They're closing in on Felix down the inside. Muffin goes for P2.
A little bit of rubbing.
Wheel racing now. Is there going to be enough space left? Muffin still on the inside. Now up the way on to into turn 4. Charlie just has the straight line speed, but another dive from Muffin.
Ooh.
And there's a bit of contact on exit there. Muffin is going to have to stay behind. But they haven't lost a lot of time compared to Felix, so as much time as I thought going wheel to wheel. But everyone behind still definitely within touching distance of these guys. So if anyone makes a mistake, then it's going to be game over. Pretty much, because everyone is ready to count. As
Charlie is cutting down the gap between him and Felix.
Yeah, so Luke up to 4. Obviously, those pressure softs are one of compared to those 7-hole softs.
Yeah.
So I believe Charlie's running a lower downforce setup because he's pulling away on the straights.
Yeah.
Even though they both really don't have any DRS to play with. No DRS yet here now, so they will be up into turn 4. But right now, the Whale gets past Midas down the main straight. They're wheel to wheel. And Whale's going to sail through on those pressure stops, but Midas is going to come back around the outside. Turn 4, is he going to get the exit back out? But Whale spins again, and that is going to leave Midas 1.6 seconds behind Luke, but without...
Muffin is going in deep on Charlie.
He's really sent it there. They make contact.
Yeah.
But he is through. Don't know.
Oh, and he's spun. I think he might have been
spun by Charlie and Luke.
I think so.
He's going to be next to... he's now P2. Charlie, I didn't really see it. Maybe just going a bit late, or maybe Muffin closing the door. I didn't really see the POV from Charlie. I only saw Muffin's, and Muffin has retired.
Yeah.
So Muffin is fully out of the points now. And that is an on-track DNF as well. And he looks like he's in the barriers, so his AI isn't moving.
Yeah.
Here we are. Luke is in second place. Charlie P3 and Midas. After all that, if Charlie is found guilty for what just happened, because there'll definitely be a report on that.
Yeah.
Midas, after all, might be on for a podium right now. Jack Jackson and High Cut swapping positions behind. Bigger Smalls P7, he's done very well. Being P8, Pantera up to P9, so he's found his way back into the points. Only 2 for him though, if it stays the way it is actually P10.
But Pantera's getting another spot, he overtakes his teammate.
Very good from Pantera there, but he has got that 360. Midas has spun around. So those softs really not working for him. He really needs to get that setup fixed if he's doing any more races around Bahrain on this game. So not very great from Midas. Here's Jack Jackson. He's technically on for a podium because Charlie could be held accountable. But we're not going to count that yet. We are on the last lap of the Grand Prix though. Didn't even realise that. Felix won. Coming through turn 13 now, he's got a couple corners to go. One braking point to master for the men in now red. Felix won, moving away from Aston Martin, moving to Alfa Romeo. It doesn't change anything. He wins the opening race in Bahrain. Luke, in his debut, takes P2. Charlie P3. Jack Jackson takes a very solid P4 for him. Biggest was up to P5 in the end, passing High Cup. And P7 for Ashley due to penalties. Big Boy P8. Pantera P9 and Hervina rounds off the top 10. So after all that, we did see another solid race. You called it.
Yeah.
It would be Felix one if he stayed consistent to win the race. As we now see confirmation really of Felix. It's going to be his car pulling into that number 1 spot, which he definitely thoroughly deserves. He run a very solid race today.
Yeah.
You know, really untouchable, especially after that pit stop, which he was miles ahead of Muffin, his closest rival, when the safety car came out.
Yeah.
He didn't even need the softs, and he stayed ahead by quite some margin after all the battling behind.
Yeah.
Luke also on debut, having a very solid race, P2 there, showing consistency for him is key through the race. Not getting into any incidents, he was just there.
Yeah, just in the background working away.
Able to pick up the scraps, obviously, because he was P4 was on lap 28. Charlie and Muffin came together and he just went through. Fast lap for the Grand Prix as well for Felix. That'll be 16 points for our German veteran. 12 for Luke and 10 for Charlie. That is going to conclude our Division 1 Round 1 broadcast for today. Thank you to everyone who's been joining me and Stuart through the first race of the season. Hope to see you all next race. And thank you and goodbye.